The Coinsaurus channel is pleased to have you back. This episode covers a lot of territory, including the latest statement from the Bank of England, XRP, the appearance of Gary Gensler, and the collaboration between the Bank of England and Ripple. Pop is probably where the strain is coming from right now. I'll show you something for Pop, but we're going to focus on XRP. You might remember that we are getting close to the $2 trillion tipping point, and that is why we will seize the Dubai market. Everything is precarious, we're about to cross a precipice. Quite a few people are now stating that Bitcoin is going to disappear. The truth is that I've heard $30,000, then $51,778, and then the occasional claim that it's going to die. I am obviously not going full bull right now. Before I can adopt that mindset, the total market cap of all cryptocurrencies must surpass $2 trillion. We are so close. So, without further ado, I will now start the presentation. Bitcoin has risen 4.38% in the last day, and it is currently trading at $51,779. The rise exceeds 5%. For $2,772 USD, now that T is here, the dollar peg is at 99 cents USDC and XRP is at 53 cents a million, a rise of 1.8%. There are 1,957 billion worth of cryptocurrencies in circulation. What does it signify when stablecoins fall below their pegs? Someone questioned that on my Discord earlier. This indicates that funds are shifting their focus from the conventional currency market to the cryptocurrency market in the hopes of capitalizing on price fluctuations. When stablecoin prices rise above their pegs, it indicates that investors are shifting their money out of cryptocurrencies and into stablecoins, either because they don't think a crash or correction is likely, or because they're waiting for the perfect opportunity to load up on a new cryptocurrency. Everything seems to be going swimmingly thus far, doesn't it? We will, of course, keep you apprised of developments regarding the weekly close and the monthly close in February. In contrast, Bitcoin seems to be performing admirably. This Bitcoin looks perfect at first sight. When prices break $2 trillion, we will declare the start of the bull run. Then Jack, let go of this. We are cognizant of this fact in this regard, we spoke about this. In any case, it's all part of the bigger picture. These are the phrases RIF acquire and traditional custody. Kindly summarize the story for me. An overarching plot is apparent. I had already tweeted about this. Kindly grant me access to my profile. Excuse me while I go down to this part of the document. Finally, it states, I'll put this out in this very spot. Standard custody is overseen by the board of directors, in case you forgot. The acquisition of a member by Ripple has not yet closed due to the lack of consent from regulators. This is Tim Keeney. In his custody are 25% of the world's institutional assets. Given that he has standard custody over 25% of the world's institutional assets, is involved in discussions on cross-border currencies, has fast access to Vostro accounts, and everything could be happening on the XRP ledger. Even though sending an email shouldn't take more than 3 seconds, some mysterious reason prevents you from transferring money across borders. Here we have, hopefully, Gary Gensler. Bitcoin, in his view, is not truly decentralized. He is going to talk about crypto regulations, so listen up. One aspect is influence. An attractive aspect is its decentralized nature, which makes it resistant to inefficient central banks. I get that you're using the ETS as a justification, however. Unfortunate and all that, since look at the pattern of financial centralization throughout history. What do we have, then? Only a handful of core so-called cryptocurrencies have a firm grasp on the asset's worth and how it works. How frequently do you hear show guests citing a company's flawless record-keeping as an argument in favor of investing in that company? Joe, it's just an accounting ledger, it's a club to which everyone belongs, and no one can alter their membership. This is why people think it worked better than an Oracle database, or why you've tried it more often than coming up with brand new ideas. It appears that Gensler is being criticized, yet you appear to be supporting his detractors as he defends himself. But in the end, he won't do a thing about Bitcoin. It is too late now. If he had intervened on massive Bitcoin, these ETFs would never have been permitted. The institutions have shown up, and Ethereum is on its way to join them. They have no plans to do anything about Ethereum. It was how I saw the painting, anyway. Americans are becoming antsy, but they won't do anything to curb the growth of XRP, the only cryptocurrency that follows regulations. This hour is fascinating to me regardless of whether it will make a reappearance in music. In comparison, the spot Bitcoin ETF offered by BlackRock raised $5 billion in just under 5 weeks. There has been no change to the supply of 80% of Bitcoins over the last 6 months. So, BlackRock has managed to buy 2.5% of the marketable Bitcoin supply in a span of 5 weeks. Is it not completely insane to you? If Galaxy Digital were to suddenly stop dumping Bitcoin on the markets, what would happen? Something I can tell you is that Galaxy Digital is the only company that could lower the price of Bitcoin more quickly than we could. Their enormous revenues and inventories allow them to dictate the market's trajectory. The price of Bitcoin increases, they will no longer be involved with Bitcoin. Their new home will be a stable. I spoke with an exceptionally bright and powerful person yesterday. Also, he warns that the market would collapse unless they get down to brass tacks. The success of this market is important to them, so they will unpack their luggage gradually. This is exemplified by that. Imagine the amount of power individuals would lose if Jackson had expanded this into something bigger. In context, this year sees the release of the Bank of England's new core settlement engine, which will strengthen the stability of the financial system and the pound by introducing a settlement system that is more robust, flexible, and innovative. Not long ago, a novel central settlement engine was created. Please tell me what that is. Is anyone here remembering this? The Bank of England looked into Ripple's possible usage of the interledger protocol to ensure that payments were settled in sync. I may need to show you this picture again tomorrow, so keep that in mind. I used to show it to you a lot. We covered the idea of settling the world's money via the XRP ledger in this morning's video. Shared space, currently, there is access to a quarter of the world's institutional capital. The purchase of these assets by Ripples is the same as getting a money transmitter license in 40 out of 50 US states. Is anybody else monitoring the situation? Does anybody else here have the same problem? I try not to inject the program with my irrational speculations. Keeping my levels low is what I strive for. But you know what? After adding 2 digits, I get 4. When I stack them one on top of the other, everything becomes crystal obvious. Is it only me, or does adding 2 numbers make 3? It seems like we're back to square one. How simple this is, I cannot emphasize enough. Give it up and go back to England. Why? For what reasons did they act in this way? The Bank of England's search for a new central settlement engine baffles me. I don't see why Ripple testing is being conducted. It all starts when the XRP volume is squeezed, which is why the seller has been a paying customer of Ripple. Read up on XRP's past performance. How does squeezing a volume work? Look downwards at what transpires as we survey the races XRP is feeling the pressure. From your point of view, what should we do next? We are about to go for a race. Every single time. You are free to be as stubborn as you like. The trajectory of XRP, the cryptocurrency, is unaffected by criticism. But you know what? Compared to other jobs, ours is the easiest. This volatile young man is on the verge of exploding, so all you can do is sit tight and cling to him. Its eventual boom will rock the cryptocurrency markets and Dark Defender. At a 14.26% dominance rate in July of 2022, he started to take an interest in CryptoKitties. In 2021, the high was at a level of 20.69%. In June 2025, it hit a record low of 1.11%. 14% is our target for this market cap, everyone. Could you fathom being a member after seeing that one person's tweet? I think so. And they responded, we predicted that Bitcoin would be worth $225,000 now. If the demand from all these ETFs keeps up its present rate, which is outpacing the capacity of the Bitcoin network, and the supply is cut in half, He forecasts that the overall market cap for cryptocurrencies would reach $10 trillion or more. How would the market capitalization of cryptocurrencies appear once we see a string template and an estimate ranging from 4 to 7 trillion? XRP, a quantum leap from 10 millionths to 1 trillionth, twice that amount of XRP. Am I to assume that you are prepared? Are you all set? Is everything you need to leave with you? Prepare yourself for the inevitable heavy, hot, and sudden downpour by familiarizing yourself with the signs that it's time to escape, the best way to do so, and when to put your evacuation plan into action. At least that's how I intend to leave it. Like and subscribe, as always, would be great. Until then, farewell.